How are you all? Hope everyone is fit and healthy. So let me introduce myself. I am Sukanya Banerjee and I am going to take your EVS classes for class 4. So let's start. Let's begin our chapter. So first chapter is our body. The human body has different parts which perform different functions. The body parts are also known as organs. Organs work together as a system. All organs combine together to form an organ system and they do various functions for us. These different systems help us to breathe, think, eat, study, work and play. Now we will study about different type of system which are found in our body. First is the skeletal system. First and the foremost thing of the skeletal system is that it gives shape and support to our body. The skeletal system is a framework of bone that lies below the skin and muscles of our body. An adult body has 206 bone, while newborn baby has 300 small soft bone. As the baby grows, these bones join together and the skull hardens. The backbone or the spine is made up of 33 small bones known as vertebrae. Understood? This is our skeletal system. The main function of the skeletal is to give the shape and support to our body, and it is a framework of bones that lie below our skin. The point where the bone meet is called a joint. Where two bone meet, that point is called the joint. Joint help us to move in different ways. Some important joint in our body are: first, the hinge joint, such as those which are found in the elbows and knees. Here we have this bone. This joint is known as hinge joint, and the ball and socket joint, which is here, the shoulder, such as those in our shoulder and hips, which this joint help the body to make movement easily. Now the next system is the muscular system. The muscles in our body are attached to the bone and help us to move our hands and legs. Our body has around 650 muscles. All our movement, like from walking and running to frowning and smiling, are made by our muscles. Some muscles in our body are not under our control. They are called as involuntary muscles. For example, muscle in our heart, chest and stomach. These are a muscle we cannot control. Hence, they are called involuntary muscles. And some muscles, such as those in our arms and legs, are under our control. Those muscles are called voluntary muscles. Because we decide when they work. When we want them to work, when we want them to function, we can decide it. Hence, they are in our control and they are called as voluntary muscles. So keep in mind, muscles are of two types: involuntary muscles and voluntary muscles. Next system is the nervous system. The brain, spinal cord and the nerves make up our body's central nervous system. The brain, the spinal cord, which is right behind the spinal cord, and the nerves make our body's central nervous system. The brain is connected to the spinal cord and the rest of our body through a network of nerves. These nerves carry message from our sense organ to the brain, and from the brain to the muscles and the sense organ. Hence, this is called the nervous system. Next system is the respiratory system. The main function of the respiratory system, is we all know, is it helps in breathing. The respiratory system helps us in breathing. It provides us with oxygen that our body needs and remove the harmful carbon dioxide from our body. We inhale oxygen and exhale out carbon dioxide. The air we breathe through our nostril or mouth goes down to the windpipe or trachea. The windpipe is also known as trachea. The trachea is divided into two tubes, the bronchi, which carry air into our lung. The exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place here. Understood? The next system is the circulatory system. The heart, blood and the blood vessels. The blood vessels are of three types: vein, arteries and capillaries combine to form the circulatory system. Blood travels away from the heart in the blood vessel called arteries. Vein carry blood from different part of the body back to the heart, and capillaries are the thinnest and the smallest blood vessel which join arteries and vein. So the main difference between vein and blood arteries are, in arteries blood travel away from the heart, and vein carry blood towards the heart from different vein carries blood towards the heart from different part of our body, and capillaries are the thinnest and the smallest blood vessel which join arteries and veins together. This all comprise of the circulatory system. The next system is the digestive system. So what is digestion? Digestion is the process that breaks down the food into smaller particles that can be absorbed into our blood. So digestion is a process which, when we eat the food, that it breaks down into smaller particles and which can be absorbed. The nutrients can be taken out from the food and can be given to our different body parts and through the blood. This is called the process of digestion. Now I have made a flow chart about digestion process. It will be easier for you to understand. First stage is process of digestion begins in the mouth. Where does the process of digestion begins? In the mouth. When we put our food into the mouth, our teeth helps in chewing it and grinding it and then breaking it into smaller particles or smaller substance. Then what happens? The next step is the salivary gland. Salivary gland produces saliva to break down food into soluble sugar. Third step is tongue. The tongue helps it to roll into a small ball and then passes it down to the thin long tube, which is also called esophagus or the food pipe. The next step is the food passes to a muscular bag. After the food from the mouth to the esophagus and then to the muscular bag known as stomach. The stomach churns for 3-4 hours and make a paste. And this paste enter the small intestine. Hence, when the food gets into the stomach churns the food into a paste, and then this paste goes down to the small intestine. The liver produces bile, that is a digestive juice that help to break down the fatty acid and oily part of the food. The wall of the small intestine have a network of blood vessels which absorb the digested food and into the blood and take it to all the body part. This is how we get nutrients that our body needs. So the wall of the small intestine absorb all the digested food and take out the nutrients from it which our body needs, and the blood delivers it to different body part and the nutrients are absorbed. And what happens to the undigested food? The undigested food that is not absorbed reaches the large intestine, and the last step is all the solid waste is passed out of the body through an opening called anus. This completes the process of digestion. Now we head towards the excretory system. So the excretory system removes the waste product from the body. The 2 kidneys throw out waste in the form of urine, and the skin also remove excess water and salt in the form of sweat. So what is the excretory system? What is the work of the excretory system? The excretory system helps to remove all the waste product from our body. The 2 kidneys helps to throw out the waste in the form of urine, and our skin also helps in throwing out the waste in the form of sweat and sweat. So the skin also remove excess water and salt in the form of sweat. This completes our chapter, our body, and now we will go to points to remember. Whatever we have studied till now, I will summarize it in points of remember. Listen to me carefully. The different organs of the body work together as a system. When the different organs work together, it is known as system, an organ system. The skeletal system provides shape and support to the body. The main function of the skeletal system is to provide shape and support to the body. The muscular system helps us in our body's movement. Next point, the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves make up the body's nervous system. Next, the respiratory system helps in breathing. The circulatory system is combined function of the heart, blood and blood vessel. Blood vessel comprises of what? Veins, arteries and capillaries. The digestive system helps in digestion of food. The excretory system helps to remove the waste matter of the body. These are the points to remember. So this concludes our chapter. Do revise this in your home, and you have been given the diagrams. You can take the reference of that also and revise. Okay, that's it for now. Bye and take care.